Hi guys, welcome to the Football Takes, and I'm your host, Daiki, and here we have Steven, aka Liverpool man shall never walk alone. But introduce yourself, and before I take it away and get this podcast ongoing, you've been itching behind the scene to get on, so now you're on. Let's hear what you've got to say for the
Yeah,
early welcomes. Yeah.
yeah, yes. Excited to be here. Game week three, still Steven with you guys. I think obviously you already know the club I'm supporting, Liverpool. You know, a little predictions here and there's a little undertones, and game week three we are still striving, we are still strong. 3 points out of 9 points out of 9. Cleaning the plates, making it sparkling before the national break. And yeah, we couldn't have asked for any better start.
Yeah, so game week three this grand game week three roundup, and where else are we going to start? Where else are the viewers itching? There was one blockbuster game over the weekend, and that was Liverpool hosting Arsenal at Anfield. And to be honest, I felt the game was KG. First half was KG. Arsenal were the better team in the first half, but it was also KG. Second half, Liverpool came out of the blocks and threatened a few times, but it wasn't really anything until the free kick, until the deciding moment, a moment of magic from Dominic Szoboszlai, the Hungarian, showing his hunger. And what did he do? He handed Liverpool the win. But all in all, I felt the match was a bit flat, just like most big games. Everybody's too afraid to concede, too afraid to unleash. But it was just it. What's your take on the matter? What's your take on the match? How do you see the game? And were you confident going into the game? Because you were saying a draw would be a good result, but you guys took away the 3 points. So, what's your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, so I think the best place to start would be my thoughts going into the match. Now, going into the match, obviously I was mostly concerned about where Liverpool was with these other matches and how our defense had fared, right? Although I said something earlier about Slot getting this defense right subsequently, obviously he's the one that brought that defensive mentality to Liverpool. Now, getting it right at some point, but getting it right at this Arsenal match was not. I would not say I predicted that to have happened, but he got it right here, right, and you could see that he was able to keep Arsenal out for the most of it. Keke was splendid, and yeah, you could see Keke was splendid. The makeshift left back, the best Liverpool players that the season has
Kekes was
begun.
hanging on
Uh,
for dear life.
I guess everyone has variant opinions, but you can't be hanging on for dear life and I don't have anything get past you for 90 minutes. But if you say he's hanging on for dear life and 90 minutes everything is still all well and good, and he has everything over Madwike. I guess maybe we have different interpretations of hanging on for dear life. But continuing on my analysis of the match. Yes, it was as you had earlier defined it, a match of respect. Some might call it too much respect, but I think yeah, leaving their match, maybe being the loser and probably not done everything you feel you could have done to maybe win the match, you might leave you scarred. So I think obviously that's why you see more and more managers in all these top six matches should respect. But I think for for Arteta, I think he has a phobia for Anfield. I think it's high time we see we've seen that, because I was going through uh
So
social
what's
media
his
today, like
record in
where
Anfield?
his record in Anfield is never, it's not a great one. I don't think he has gotten a win in Anfield in the last 10 years or something like that.
But you guys haven't won
If you
Arsenal
don't,
in Anfield in the last few years as well. So
one Arsenal, I don't have the records. I don't have the records on display right here. So,
I can check
but
it when last you won Arsenal in Anfield.
Anfield.
I think that was it
I
was
think
ages
there was a
ago.
period when I had that Arsenal for breakfast in Anfield, but not even only in
Uh,
Anfield, but that there was always a moment where when everybody won Arsenal, they were like Tottenham of right now. But yeah, I guess that. But I was speaking more of like Ateta himself because
yeah,
I think he has special preparations. If you hear him speak about Anfield, you because there are so many documentaries that have come out about him and how he speaks about Anfield and how he
is
got
a yeah,
and
yeah.
how he got like yeah how he got how do you call it, how he froze up in Anfield when he played as an Arsenal player at Anfield when the chants from the Anfield crowd came alive, and then when he trains for an Anfield match, he plays the You Never Walk Alone anthem in the background to get his players in the mood. I think that's too much.
Yeah,
That's too much
yeah.
preparation. That's too much
It
like
was in 2011.
attention.
Fair enough. That was the last time Arsenal
Yeah. So
won in this thing won
yeah.
Liverpool. So that's a long time ago.
Yeah, but yeah, obviously. So, but yeah, so I think Ateta has a personal phobia that because I felt going into the game. Obviously, I felt that Arsenal was more of a free flowing side. Although I also mentioned earlier
FIFA,
that
yeah. They
yeah,
yeah. I wouldn't call them free flowing because the only free flowing attack they've shown this season is against Leeds, and that's to be expected.
that's what I'm saying.
Against yeah, their
That's the
first
point I was
game,
trying to also make in the sense of
yeah.
that Liverpool also had played like very serious opponents as compared to Arsenal that played Leeds and got five and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
yeah,
because their first match against Manchester United, Manchester
yeah, they were on the
actually,
back foot.
yeah, they were on the back foot, and Manchester United had them on the
Mm.
ropes but couldn't finish.
Mm.
And their match against Leeds, they came out of the blocks, they were trying to score, and Timber had a wonderful game. Now, this match, everybody was cagey except for my former employee, Noni Madueke, who was keeping Kekes honest throughout the game,
Mm.
making him work for his pay, weekly pay, and the rest were
Yeah,
literally there
but
to.
God, but God no changer for him.
He got a
So
couple of times.
he work. So
It's
basically,
just
he did a work that paid him nothing.
it paid him something.
He was working.
Martinelli
He was
could not boast of such work, could he? Martinelli did
what
no
did he
work.
pay him? What did he pay him? Him and Martinelli is absolutely the same thing.
How are they the
He
same
got
thing?
nothing off of Keke because he paid him nothing. He did hard work, obviously. Yes, we can attest that he
Can you
did
tell
hard
me that
work. But
Sabaslai is, me? I think I should have switched the wing. He should have put Madeke. Yes, he would have reduced Madeke, but he should have put Madeke on the left, and he will have a go at Saboslai there. And I see how Saboslai likes it. But that notwithstanding, you've had a
ifs and
good
buts.
you've had uh, a good first leg against Arsenal. Do you reckon you could also go to the Emirates and replicate the same? Because uh, looking at the game objectively, literally all your big hitters were quiet. Vet was nowhere to be found. Ketike could not extend his
right
goal
now,
scoring.
right now, right now, right now, Vets is not a big hitter. Yes,
100 million, 108 million is not a big hitter.
if
Is
you
that
like, let him be. If you like, let him be 250 million. He's not
so
a
he's
big
not a
hitter.
big hitter? But when we signed Enzo Fernandez, everybody was he was like, oh, he must perform, he must perform. Who is the best
And
midfielder now?
you bought it. We bought a 10 man. You bought a CM. Yeah, you expecting goals and assists from Enzo Fernandez when you bought him.
Was I?
He wasn't
No,
playing.
everybody was expecting him to be a big hitter. So why would people not expecting Wirtz to be a big hitter?
With his stats now, pass completed, blah blah blah. Those
No,
things that you expect from
Enzo
him.
Fernandez is more of a big hitter now than Wirtz, even with
Please
GA.
forgive us if we are
No,
making this
no,
about your Enzo Fernandez.
no. You
What
can't give him a pass and say he's not a big hitter. Any player that goes for above £100 million should hit the ground running. You can't tell me Jack Grealish, the same thing. He was expected to hit the ground running. Caicedo, the same thing. He was expected to hit the ground running. You can't sign Wirtz, the German Messi, as you guys coined him, the German Messi. Now yes.
in your books, is Enzo Fernandez doing well? Is Caicedo doing well?
Enzo Fernandez is the best midfielder in the Premier League at this in terms of GA.
That's the thing now. The thing is this, that you need to figure out that these are your opinions and nobody cares about them. What the world is saying is that these people they don't even
what's the world?
That's the world. These guys are not in the PFA. These guys are not in the PFA team of the year.
I'm talking of this season. I'm talking of this season.
It doesn't matter where it matters. No, excuse me.
I'm talking of this season.
So we don't make a sport out of something that is not.
I'm talking of this season. I'm talking of this season.
These guys don't matter. These guys don't matter where it matters.
I'm talking of this season.
Excuse me with your subjective opinions and focus on things that matter. Do you understand me?
So
we're not trying to have an argument about whether Enzo Fernandez is focus your energy on things that actually apply. Because in your opinion now, Enzo Fernandez is the best midfielder in the world. Caicedo is the best midfielder in the world. But all these things in the real world sense, they don't apply.
So
PFA, they don't make it. They're not even in the
competition
for PFA.
I said
more
this
competition
season.
Are they in?
Can you listen?
It's only 3 matches in.
Yes, but he's the best. He's the best.
Please, excuse us.
It's the same 3 matches that I am using to judge Wirtz. The same 3 matches that I'm using to.
But you made your assertion from when Enzo Fernandez came.
No, I said when Enzo Fernandez came, he did not. I said expectation. Listen to what I'm saying. He was expected to hit the ground running. Hit the ground. I'm not saying he was expected to be as good as he is now. I say the expectation from everybody in the football world was for him to hit the ground running. Right.
And I asked a simple question. Has he hit the ground running now? And you said yes. And I'm like, how?
So how can you say he's not hit the ground running when he's the best midfielder currently in the Premier League?
After three games.
Yes.
After 3 games. Okay.
So how do you hit the ground running?
I think we bear different narratives. I think you bought Enzo Fernandez 3 seasons ago, right? And in
you asked me a question. No. Have he hit the ground running? I said he's hit the ground running. You cannot have the best
in this season.
I'm not saying he hit the ground running now. You asked the question. I give you the answer, and you're not getting the answer. That was not the question. That's not going. I was not comparing Enzo Fernandez to Wirtz. I was comparing the expectation on Enzo Fernandez because he went for 100 million. He was expected to hit the ground running. It's not about comparing Enzo Fernandez. You cannot compare Wirtz now to Enzo Fernandez. That's a useless comparison because one is clearly better than the other. What I'm saying is the expectation.
Enzo Fernandez,
expectation.
Enzo Fernandez is better than her.
Listen. The expectation is that Wirtz, once he's gone for 100 million, should hit the ground running. I'm not talking. This is not a comparison between. Don't get triggered by Enzo Fernandez. It's a comparison. I even brought in Grealish. Grealish went for 100 million. His expectation was to do what? Come into Man City and hit the ground running.
So this is it. I think you're about right.
So you don't expect. Okay. Carry on.
I think you're about right with hitting the ground running, but you saying a player is the best after 3 matches means that you also expect Florian Wirtz to also hit the ground running after 3 matches, which is bollicles to me. But I think it's a subjective statement.
What is hit the ground running? What is hit the ground running, please? Can you say? I can say confidently that Hugo Ekitike has come in and hit the ground running. The same amount of match that Wirtz has had. I was not expecting Hugo Ekitike to hit the ground running. That's expectation wise, because Hugo Ekitike was not bought for over 100 million. I'm saying that any player that is bought for over 100 million, when you go and bring out fork out a 100 million pounds and sign a player over 100 million, you expect that player to hit the ground
on
not
game
running.
one. On game one to hit the ground running.
Yes. So when you
No
buy
problem then.
now,
That's why
not
I
from
say
day
that I
one,
understand where.
from the beginning. Eketike came in community shield.
If you're in your opinion that you need the person to start
Okay,
goals
leave
and
my
giving
opinion.
assists
Leave
in the first
my opinion.
No, it's okay.
When
it's
is
okay
your
by
own,
me.
what's your own opinion?
I think all that matters. I think that what matters
is
here
your
is that
own opinion?
it's a subjective. It's a subjective thing.
Yes, it's subjective. What's your own subjective opinion?
To be eating, at least give the guy to December. Giving the guy to December to
when you sign
flowing team. It's not a match. No, you asked me what my subjective opinion is. I'm giving it to you.
Okay.
If you don't, I know your own. I know your own is on the first game. After the first game, the person is not scoring and giving assists. The person is rubbish. I understand. Thank you very much.
I didn't say he's rubbish.
It's all nice to me. Great. Enzo Fernandez is the best thing since sliced bread.
No, go to FPL. Go to FPL. You don't even need to go anywhere. You don't need to go far. Who is the best midfielder? Go there.
Nobody. You see all these things you're talking about. You've coined Caicedo the best midfielder.
No, I'm not comparing.
In the world.
We're not talking about. This is not a Chelsea segment. This is not a Chelsea. This is a foreign vet.
No, you quickly made.
Because I made a comment about foreign vets not being good, and you jumped on it, and I've never started.
Funny stuff is that I made this the comment about Florian Wirtz. I have made it before now. I've always said that the guy is not yet there. He's not yet there. I've made it.
No, so why did you not jump on? Why did you not jump on?
That he's not meeting expectations. That to me that is bollicles, because this guy has only played 3 matches. 4.
I said he was a big hitter. Yes, he's expected to be a big hitter. The German Messi. He's the German Messi.
But it's okay. I think all that matters is the opinion that you have the best 2 midfielders in the world right now in the Chelsea.
That's not a conversation for this segment. This segment is not about Chelsea. Don't worry. When you get to Chelsea segment, I'll give you an analysis on the boys that the best midfield in the league. But that's not it.
I don't need any analysis from you about the next midfield because you tell me you keep telling me that.
Going back to Arsenal match. Going back to the Arsenal match. What have I learned from the match versus Arsenal and Liverpool? The match was flat. A couple of people turned up. On the Liverpool side, Keke turned up. Virgil showed some signs of his old self. Kunate woke up got back from. You see, you keep on making comments, but when I try to follow up your comments,
his full flowers, but it's okay. Some Van Dijk in that match gave you some. That's bollicles, but it's all good. I can hear you. Sorry for interrupting you.
Kunate seemed to be back from the beach, and Szoboszlai was obviously the man of the match. The Hungarian showed us some of the things that he did in Leipzig, some of his full potential, that shot power, and Arsenal were nowhere to be found. The whole team was below average except for Madueke, who came to the party, and
you sold him, right? You don't need to prop up. But I know you guys do extra PR after sales just to ensure that you receive customers because how you guys keep selling these players for this amount is bollicles. But I guess you guys, this is it.
I don't understand. I'm giving you my take on the match, and I think
PR.
Yeah, no, he was good. Are you trying to say he wasn't good? He was good. He was better than Salah. He was better than Salah. So Salah
was he better than Salah?
Salah obviously is still maybe somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. He's not.
How was he better than Salah? Can you tell us categorically how he was better than Salah?
What?
Just tell us one thing that he
I
did that
can't.
was
I
made him
can't
better than
entertain.
Salah.
He's better. You see, when I talk about your players, I'm making a comment. Don't worry. If you want me to discuss Salah, then we'll discuss Salah. But
No, 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 no,
that
no,
will be
no.
a
I
segment
just say,
about
tell me,
Salah.
just
Because if
tell
I
me
say
one
anything,
thing. Just tell me one thing that Madueke did in that match that made him better than Salah. Finish. That's the little. Just one thing. I just want to hear one thing
what made
that
it?
Madueke did in that match
He
that made him
completed.
better than Salah.
He was better than Salah.
He
He got.
completed what? He
Wait,
completed 10
wait
versus
let
now,
me
boss.
go and let me go and get the match
Guy,
rating. Since you don't want to know whether
guy,
that is better than Salah.
you literally just
No,
said
no.
now that he was better.
Let me go
I'm asking
and
you
get.
just for just one thing.
Wait now. You love stats, right? Or won't you believe in stats?
Bruh. So you didn't watch the match again. He's no longer
Match
better than Salah unless you bring stats. I bring the stats. Bring stats. No
match
wahala.
rating for Liverpool versus Arsenal. Where's Liverpool? Arsenal. Yeah.
Oh, God.
You're telling me about stats. What's the stats? What are the stats saying? Players.
What are the stats saying?
I can't see the overall. Oh, it's not giving me a proper stats. It's not giving me a proper. Is there it's giving me team stats, not individual stats.
Madueke we no dribble past Kekes once.
He doesn't need to dribble past kickers once.
Okay, now. Okay, he doesn't need to. He just
Yeah,
need to fail at dribbling him, and then he'll become better than Salah. Failed attempts also count.
So now Salah was rated
No wahala now.
6.3.
My
Madueke, you
my
know
what
what?
site is
Never
that?
mind.
Madueke did what now? Okay, complete what you started now. Never mind
To
that
my
now.
to my eye test. To my eye test.
Oga, nobody. See, let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you, sir. This podcast is not moving forward until you complete what you have started. So let us just relax and let us hear what's
Why did
going
they
on.
rate Madueke 6.0? Well, it's not that far.
Oh, 6 point.
What?
Okay.
How
What's the
did
value?
they rate Viet?
It's
That's so.
okay. Okay, so
Well, but
so
they
you can
count.
drop.
They count the fact that one
It's
person
okay.
lost. Actually, that's why the stat is like that.
Wow! Oh
So,
my God! Oh my God!
so okay, so, because I just looked at it, they rated Viet more than Salah. Or are you telling me that Viet performed better than Salah?
This podcast can end now, and I'll just I'm satisfied.
Can you move? I think we've got a new agenda. Agenda
We have to move
2.
now. I literally was begging you for eye test too. I was literally on my knees begging you for eye
Okay,
test. You said
but
no.
that start, I think the foot mobs, their start is not proper. They take into account whether you lose or you win.
You don't nothing like that, Oga.
But
Nothing like that.
let me
Because
see whether I can get.
even you by yourself could not say one thing that Madueke did better than Salah.
Let me see
Your
whether
eye test, only your eye test.
whether
Leave all this stuff.
FPL. Let me see whether FPL gave a start on it.
I can't bring FPS stats.
I don't know whether it gave start though. But start there starts. Oh, but it's giving team stats. I think it's just giving team stats. Yeah, nothing too sinister there. It's just giving team stats. That's fine. Let's move on to the next. This Liverpool. Or do you have any final words on Liverpool? Anything you want to add that you've not had?
I just want to say everyone should be. Yes. Everyone should be looking out for probably the PFA player of the year, Dominic Soboslai.
Oh, he's going to be the PFA ahead of Isaac.
I've told you who to look out for.
Okay. We'll keep that. We'll keep that in mind. Dominic Soboslai, incoming PFA of the year, and you heard it here first on the Football Takes podcast.
Yes, sir.
Right,
But
moving on. Manchester United engaged in a what should have been an easy match against Burnley, but somehow they kind of struggled and wobbled and crawled to the finish line by an extra minute Bruno Fernandes penalty, which I would have loved the Manchester United fan to give me what they think about the team at the moment. But since in the absence of any at this moment, can you tell me what you think? Where do you see Manchester United going, and how do you see the match on? How did you see the match on? Was it Saturday? I think. Yeah.
yeah, Manchester United against Burnley. I think they were very lucky to have gotten off with a win, right? I think that okay, yeah, it was a back and forth, and it was a gift as well from
Yeah.
Burnley to Manchester United. Yeah, it was a share
Yeah.
gift.
He had
They,
no. He shouldn't have like held his jersey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He gobbled it up, and although I feel that one was a tricky one. I don't really know, Sha. But the way the guy dragged his shirt, I don't feel it's one that like really affected his running. But the guy, when he felt that his shirt was being dragged,
Of
he was like,
course. Yeah.
give away don't happen. Oh. And he fell over. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a penalty every day, anytime. The dragging of shirt has already been
Yeah.
abolished from the Premier League in a very long time. So the moment you drag someone's shirt and you look at
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, but obviously Ahmad dived immediately. I think they put my shirt and he fell
Yeah.
over. So that was a gift. But yes, I think that's what was expected in that match. Man U was very lucky to have come off with a win because after that game against Grimsby, bruh, every team now will be throwing everything at Manchester United. That's a place to get a point. That's a match to get a point. That's that's um that's like playing West Ham 2 weeks ago,
So
right? Everybody
so
had that mentality.
what
Everybody has that
what
mentality that
what do you make of their trip then to the Etihad? Do you think
yeah.
Pep Guardiola will use them to find his old mojo?
Their trip to the Merseyside, sorry, to
No,
Etihad, right? I think I think sorry.
yeah. Carry on.
I think can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think that trip to the Etihad. I think every time Manchester United has played Man U, like where they are as a football club has always played little of a factor to how the outcome of the match goes. The history always kind of precedes what the outcome will be, and since the two of them
Yeah.
right now are not in the best place, I think it will be a KG one. Uh,
Yes.
I think they're not going to find it easy. The two parties are not going to find it easy, but I think it can easily go south for Manchester United, and Man City will just roll over and win them.
Right. Yeah. Fair point. Not much to say on United. United are a bit of a laughing stock, and at the moment, and
Mm.
the way players go. But anyway, I would like to thank them in advance for giving me Ganacho. So I love
Okay.
that. I love that deal. That deal was one which I think we needed on our left wing, a bit of a dynamism. But we'll discuss more of that in the transfer section segment where we delve deep dive into some of the top six transfer targets. Then moving on
Yeah.
now to the weekend, one of all the weekend matches where there was like a lot of drama associated with it. It was the Chelsea match and the outcry that I've been hearing about this match, Chelsea versus Fulham. Everybody crying wolf that the VAR got it wrong and it shouldn't have cancelled the first goal that scored by Josh King in in the first half, and how that was not a foul and how VAR shouldn't have interfered and all that good stuff. And I begin to smell double standard everywhere. People trying to hate on the Chelsea win which was a comfortable win in the end. But
Double
these,
standard.
yeah, because I don't get
It makes
why.
sense.
Imagine even
Was it the particular fan base that was hating on you a bit like the general footballing world? Yes, naming
well,
us a double standard.
do I really care who's hating?
Everybody hates Chelsea.
But what I'm trying to say, even is it Mike Dean, a referee that used his mouth to admit that he did not give Kukureya's hair pulling, because the person who was at the VAR, he was at VAR. The person who was on the field was his mate, so he didn't want to make his mate look bad for not giving it. So he decided not to call his attention to it. Someone who did that, and he went on Sky Sports and was like saying, "Oh, that was disgraceful. They shouldn't have got involved." I'm like, what? People can be outrageous as to how the game, maybe how the goal was chalked off. It shouldn't, like,
So
it was
basically,
chalked off
the general footballing war is the ones against you.
Yeah, because I think everybody's turning a blind eye to the fact that was a foul. Like, it's not, in no world,
nobody analysis has
in no world, they said it's normal contact. So I've heard some analysis saying it's normal contact in football, that football is a contact sport, that I've even heard where else will he put his leg? I've heard that. That's it.
That makes sense.
How does that make sense? Like, what are we turning into now? Like, where else will he put? No, he should put it on his chest, or maybe in his hat, or maybe, or maybe in his brain. Yes, no. Why do you only stop at the ankle? Why do you only stop at the ankle? Where else? No, he should get his liver and stamp on it so that we'll know where else he will put it. Yeah. So that was ridiculous, and not only that, there's also an outrage about the penalty, clear penalty, that everybody has been eating the handball. There's penalty, and then VAR reviewed all the mini incidents before that, seeing that was not reaching the threshold, gave the penalty. People were not caring much about that one, but they were caring much about the Josh King one, because it was an 18-year-old that scored against his biggest rival. So what? And then football is not sentimental.
That's the reason why they were crying.
Yeah, but I will let you. I will let you.
You are not sentimental. You are not sentimental.
I will let you have the floor and inform me. And when you inform me, just tell me where else he will put his leg. Where else is he expected to put his leg?
I'm so happy. I'm so happy we've had this conversation before, because only this segment would take 15 hours. because so okay, so just to take off a nick from what you've been saying.
Yeah,
you don't like people being sentimental,
of course,
but you think, but you thinking that the whole footballing world is against Chelsea in this one decision, but it's not being sentimental.
There was an uproar. There was like, oh, what has it done? Like,
from the footballing world,
and there was someone said that is the worst VAR mistake since the inception of VAR. I'm like, am I watching Telemundo or something?
No. It's not. See, what these little things could have told you is that there is no smoke without fire.
Of course, there is no smoke. Is the fact that Chelsea are becoming a threat. That's the smoke there and the fire coming out.
Okay. I see. Okay, no problem. I just love the fact that I've been through this before. So,
you had something to say. Karen?
Yes. So, with the meat of the matter, because you've dropped 3 reasons why you think the footballing world is against Josh King, his greatest rival. That's number 1. Number 2 is that Chelsea is becoming a rival. Number 3, people are being sentimental against the world champions. Yeah.
I didn't call world champions.
I want to put that out there for you before I can.
You are fleshing it out. You can't help
Because I
yourself.
knew it was coming. I knew
Ah,
it was coming. So let me just help you. Let me help you get it in there. I think when you hear stuff like, where else would he put his leg? You're not trying to say that he should walk through on somebody. I think you could see the situation where Christian Romero matched through on Enzo Fernandez
yes.
in the Tottenham match. Now,
And
if
that was
someone
a
comes to
penalty.
you and tells you, yeah, that was a penalty and a red card.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that seemed like a natural swing of his leg, right? But obviously, he was
Ha,
he he, he
wait,
was he
wait,
was
just 1 second. Can I add something?
yes,
As a
yes,
player on the
yeah,
field of play, you have a responsibility
yeah,
which is called the duty of care. It's called the duty of care to
yes.
your fellow opponents, your teammates, anybody that's on the pitch. And that what that duty of care entails is that it entails that no, any move you want to make a tackle, you want to make a shot, you want to kick the ball away, you should, in the first and foremost in your mind, risk assess and see this action I'm going to take, will it harm my opponent? Will it harm my teammates? If that action has any possibility of harming your opponent or you should not take that answer. And that's what they call reckless behavior. Reckless in the sense that the duty you have now misjudged. It could happen in the moment. You might not even think about it. But that doesn't excuse you from the duty of care. It does not excuse you. There's nothing like accident. A foul is a foul, regardless of whether it's accidental. That's what I have to chip on there. You can carry on.
Now, I understand that bit. I understand that fair bit. So I was trying to say that Christian Romero hitting against Enzo Fernandez leg, and that was given as a red card.
Yes.
Well judged.
Yeah. Even
Now,
if yeah, carry on.
the the variation between these is that Munoz was doing a 360, right, in his own space, and Chaluba literally threw himself into that space. Now, why they tell you that where his leg going to
He
land is
was not
because
doing it in his
when
own space. He wasn't doing it in his own space. Because if he was doing it in his own space, then Chaloba wouldn't have been there. He literally
I
almost
think you
climbed over Chaloba in his own space. He climbed over him. He'd not even control the ball. Do you know? Have you watched the replay? Even the 360 he wants to do. Do you know he'd not complete the 360? He'd not do the 360. The second leg did not control the ball to where he wanted it to be. He lost the ball.
all these things I don't think they are truly relevant because whether he
So
controlled
they're
the
not
360 or not.
relevant. He's lost control. He's a player out of control. You are not controlling the ball. You're not
He's
controlling
a
where your
player out
feet,
of control.
where your feet is landing. You're not controlling anything, and you're telling me, like even the ball that he wanted to do this when he
Then
turned it the
no, I
first
think
time,
the
the
thing,
second time
the thing that you
he lost
can,
it.
the thing you can at least agree is that he was doing that 360 in his space. Chalobah came to challenge him. At least you can at least agree to the fact that Chalobah came to challenge him, Abi.
Of course,
Can we agree to that bit?
which is
Thank you very
football.
much.
Yes, it's not.
Nobody is saying it's not football.
He's
I
not.
understand. I'm,
He's
I'm
not
not. I'm not making
dancing on
any
ice.
arguments too.
He's not doing dancing on
Nobody's saying
ice.
that. That's why my take is still continuous, right? So I'm
Yeah,
getting somewhere,
yeah.
right? So he was doing that 360 in his own space. I'm trying to explain the fair bit of where his leg is going to land. Now to give the context to that, there's a penalty that was given to Sterling. How the penalty came about. Sterling tried to tried to dribble someone in the box. He moved the ball away, and then when he was trying to move, he stepped on the defender's leg. They gave him a penalty, and he stepped on the defender. VAR checked it, saw that he stepped on the defender and fell over. They still gave him a penalty. Subsequently, that same stuff, someone tried to dribble away, stepped on the defender. VAR came in, not the VAR, the ref came in and blew and gave a free kick. That because he stepped on the defender, it's a foul against you.
Yes,
Now, these are subjective situations. These are situations that can tip to
yes,
anybody's advantage. Sorry to before I move away from that. The reason why they say that where his leg going to stand is this. From what I watched in that clip, Munoz has already done his 360 and his leg was landing before Chaluba's leg was planted in that spot. So when his leg was coming down, there's literally nothing he could do about. About about the.
Where his leg will
Can you
land.
hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, or where his leg will land, right? So that fair bit is understandable to me. So now going back to the general flow on why that stuff it shouldn't be a penalty, right? VAR on the beginning of the season particularly made a clear and simple statement. The threshold for us to call anything and to bring it to VAR is going to be very high.
Okay.
Right? To me, that is a 50-50 situation.
Okay.
So just like the Sterling own. I'm not going to say that if the ref got it on the spot, you shouldn't give it. You must cancel the goal.
Yeah.
It's not my business. You could do that. But you cannot have a goal get called back for that situation because it's a subjective one. It's one that can tip either way. And the ref has already blown it to go the other way. And then you come back and cancel it. Now, that's the one I have a problem about. And then I think you could see where that still comes into application because you saw a penalty, right? The penalty in that same match. You saw a penalty, the handball. It's a clear handball, it's a clear penalty, right? Then they check every other thing around it. It doesn't reach the threshold for penalty to be given. That means there is a threshold. There is a threshold.
Yeah.
Right? You cannot have a threshold that is only your threshold cannot be dynamic. You can't have a dynamic threshold.
Yeah, that's your opinion. Your opinion
is
that
threshold.
The threshold was not high enough.
Your threshold.
But my opinion is that threshold that was dangerous play by Munoz. Whether he not even controlled the 360 that he wanted to do. That's my opinion. If he controlled the 360, maybe his leg wouldn't have landed on Taloba. He did only 1-3, and then the 60 was remaining in somewhere else, and he matched on Taloba. Anyway, moving on for that because we went on to score and scored the second goal, which obviously we went on to score our 9-minute goal, which also had controversies about extra time, added time. I'm like, you play till the whistle is blown.
Yeah,
you play till the whistle is blown.
That's one thing I wanted to ask. That's one thing I wanted to ask. So you said something earlier about having time and having some kind of extra time in the extra time. That's why the stuff was extended. So what incidents actually transpired caused that extra time?
So when they raise the board up for extra time, what they are showing there is the minimum time required, minimum time
added now,
added. And the referee can decide that minimum time is not the minimum time. So it's at the referee's discretion of how much time he is going to add. Subsequently, in that extra time, in the last minute of that extra time, Chelsea had a corner kick. But I think Tosin and one other person was shoving. And referee had to call them and talk to them. He had to call them and talk to them before that corner was taken, which ate into the time. And then when the corner was eventually taken, it went out. Fulham, he went out for another corner. So the referee was obliged to, given that he has taken time to talk to those people in that first corner, to add another corner, because that corner just came straight from the other corner. It was not like the corner happened and then they played small time. The corner literally came from the other corner that was given, and he called them to come and have some talks. Yes, it was not up to, like, it was like maybe 15 seconds, but he broke play because of what the two players were doing. Hence why he said he did not even add time. In my opinion, he was just waiting for that corner to play out, since the other corner has been have just gone into, and he's intervened in talking to them. And in this incident, things whether, and also is at the discretion of the referee. So who am I to argue with the referee when he wants to add time?
No, obviously we are asking your opinion. Who are you? It's looking a bit guilty.
So that
over here. You saying who am I? It's sounding a bit testy. Are you? What do you mean by who am I?
Who
Can you
am I
guilt me
to?
of something?
Who am I
Can you guilt me of something you're
to
not telling us?
adjudge?
What do you mean by you? What do you mean by who are you? You are who you are.
Who am I to argue with the
What do
referee
you mean by who are
when he
you?
wants
Yeah. Okay, who
to
are you to argue with the referee? But you have the power to argue with the referee in Liverpool's match when he added time. This
no,
thing.
I didn't argue
Who
with
are
that.
you?
I,
Innocent you.
I just said that the amount of time added
Okay, you
was
didn't argue. You just
a lot
okay.
for the
Okay,
time,
you make statements.
but
You
also
make statements
regardless of that,
with
I
who
did
you
not.
are.
That was not why Newcastle lost. Newcastle lost because they were 10 men. Gordon sold the match and they played the occasion, not the game. So
I guess we need to still figure out who you are
yes,
before we.
of course, you can keep on figuring it out till the season is over. But that's it. So what? Yeah. Now moving on from Chelsea drama, we had a couple of other matches. We had West Ham going and start and shocking Nottingham Forest, which no one saw coming. We had Tottenham Hotspur dropping a stinker against Bournemouth. Bournemouth should have been up in that match at least 5-0, if not for Vicario and some of the defensive performance of the Tottenham defense. We had also Wolves going to no, Wolves. I think they played. Who did they play? They played. Who did Wolves
Wolves.
play?
Oh,
Wolves played.
that's weird.
They played 3-2 against someone. Was he? Not
That's
Crystal
weird.
Palace. Crystal Palace played Aston Villa, and Aston Villa seemed to be dropping
Yeah.
stinker upon stinker. Watkins and Unai
Wolves plays
Emery.
Everton.
Yeah, they played Everton and they
Everton.
won 3-2. Yeah, that was a Jack Grealish show. And also another one of my boys also still doing well. Kenan Dewsbury Hall, wrecking up the break, showing the EPL what it's all about. And then another ceremonial goal for Element and Jai over there as well. That was good. And then City
Yeah,
dropped another shocker. City dropped a quality shocker against. Well, at these days, I'm not even really shocked about City. I think we're going to drop some predictions now that the transfer market has closed, and I think some of the things that have changed significantly from my first prediction might be where City end up, because I don't think the signing of Donnarumma would fix whatever they're doing. But then again, you can never bet against Pep. But I'm betting against Pep.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm going to be betting against Pep. But yeah, I think I'm going to keep my predictions
What are your predictions again?
sweet and smooth and sparkling. My predictions would remain. Wait, yeah, okay. My predictions would remain Liverpool to finish the league first. Obviously, Arsenal second, Man City third, and then Chelsea or whoever they fight with fourth.
Okay, Chelsea will be fourth.
Yes, that's my predictions.
Are you giving fifth and sixth? Any takers, shakers, or makers?
I don't think I've thought that far.
Takers,
But
no takers, makers, or shakers. So, but before you, do you have any thoughts on the other games that went on over the weekend? Any standout moments? Any goals? Anything? Also Leeds, Newcastle played out a goalless draw, but now Newcastle have gotten some firepower with Wissa and Voldemelde turning up. I think the Tan side will be great again. And
the thing with all these new signings is and
yeah,
all these new joinings and reunions. It's a time to gel. There's always required time to gel, and that's why I think what Liverpool is been able to do in these first 3 games of the season is incredible, because
right.
we haven't seen a glimpse of how good VS is, and we are still able to pull out these results. So we could see that, and I think you could see the testament to that
Yeah,
in Tottenham, because because of how good they looked. They looked super good in the first two games. Coming in to see them almost get hit by five. I think that's before the first half. They
Who?
were being smothered in Tottenham, the Hotspur
Both
boys.
halves. Both
Uh,
halves. They couldn't get out of their own halves.
yeah, yeah. So to see them get done that way in the first half,
Yeah.
it just shows that it's not really about it's not really about shining boys and shining managers and stuff. There should be that time for gelling. And then you could see that with West Ham. West Ham just tweaked one thing, just one thing. Okay, well, not just one thing, I think one or two things, but basically one personnel majorly, and boom, they were looking fire.
Yes. Yes. That's
They were looking solid immediately, and that was actually it, because
yeah.
that's the thing with the Prem right now. You just need nobody has anything for certain. Nothing is for certain right now. So basically that time to gel is required. Votamed, visa. I think visa is even more assured than this Votamed guy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Wisa will be. Yeah. Wisa will be the guy that hits the ground.
that guy, yeah,
Yeah.
he might find the league very, very spacey. Well,
Yeah.
there is that as well.
So moving on to your
Okay, I think I
prediction.
see why you need to.
Yeah.
I think I see why you need to adjust your predictions. If Man City, you put Man City second.
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
But
you know
but
if
but
if you leave prejudice out of some of the things you do, right? You would be way off better, because if it's not because of your raw hatred for Liverpool, why would you put Liverpool Man City again ahead of Liverpool?
but
Oh God,
But yeah, yeah,
this is
I had my reasons
unbelievable.
then. So, what's your prediction? You say you're leaving it the same. So, for the viewers who don't
Yeah.
know your prediction was Liverpool to win the league, Arsenal to come second, City to be third, and then Chelsea fourth. And that's
Mm-hmm.
in line with most pundits. So, what's your reason behind this prediction? What's the back end? What do you think
Yeah. So
qualifies this?
basically, my thinking for making these predictions don't stand on as much solid ground as it does right now, because obviously that was the beginning of the season, and basically I was going out
Yeah.
off of prejudice to like give Liverpool that first position, but every other thing seemed to follow, because Arsenal was in the best place uh, starting of the season, because their squad have been together and then built on top what they've had. Why meanwhile Liverpool has had a lot of outgoings and a lot of people coming. So it was a bit wavy on that side. So, but there you follow through to Man City. Obviously, there's a time in this season when Man City will go on probably a 15-game unbeaten run. That one is
In this season,
signed, sealed. That's so sure. It's just going to happen. It's just when is it going to happen? That's so sure. He can't. It might be one of these moments they get one of these like round of simple matches, maybe 5 games of leads and cheap boys, and then they'll now build on that momentum and start hitting everybody home. But I feel, if let me not exaggerate with 15, but at least 10 games, 10 games
unbeaten.
unbeaten.
Right.
Yeah, it could be
Well,
draw, it could be draws, but there's no defeats. So I think
draws
they
are the
have
same
that
thing
in their luck.
as defeat when you're chasing for the title, isn't it?
I never said they were just chasing for the titles. This is a third page. This is a third position. The third position. This thing. So and then Chelsea. I don't think Chelsea. I think Chelsea is having a band of youngies. They are still trying to gel them together. And yeah, I think they're a bit of a wild card, but I think when January hits, and probably mm, if they are able to avoid as much injuries as possible, probably they will be there making this
In the
making
fourth, right?
better of their thoughts. Yeah. So
Well, that's a fair
yeah.
point that you've made there, in line with all the other this thing. But just like a proper analyst that I would like to, I think I am. I think I'll go different from what the general public is saying. So I had my initial prediction before the transfer window closed was Arsenal to win the league, City to come a close second, Liverpool to come third, and Chelsea to come fourth. So, but that's gone out of the window now. So, and that was just me being honest, being not honest, being humble, and trying to be modest. Because I think, firstly, I think the strongest team in the league at the moment now is Arsenal in terms of like most complete in every sector. But I think Arsenal, what I've learned from the first few games is the fact that they their firepower. If Saka is not available, Gokeres doesn't seem to have hit the ground running and doesn't seem to be able to score from nowhere, and Odegaard doesn't seem to be ready to kind of reclaim his form, and Declan Rice just, I think maybe he's a Champions League player guy, so because they win the people they're supposed to win, but all those matches where it's tough or where things are, they have like adversary, they end up not winning. So overall, they are the strongest team, but Liverpool have the strongest attack with the addition of Alexander Isak, a very good functioning midfield, and defense. But I think defense is where I might fault Liverpool. If they gotten Gehi, I would have put them as title favorites. But since they didn't manage to get in Gehi, that defense is what I don't because I don't think Konate and Van Dijk would play both Champions League and Premier League at the same level. So I think they might have to go to like the Gomez's and stuff. And when those guys enter, it's not gonna be the same. So I'm putting Liverpool down now. I'm putting them. I think they might still remain where they were, but with Isaac, it's hard to bet against Isaac. So, and also Arsenal have the tendency to bottle it. So I'm trying to see who I put. One of these teams goes first, the other goes third.
Man City still remains second.
No, Man City is fourth now. That's if they even make that fourth. Man City
Who's now the second?
Chelsea.
Okay, Chelsea is next to second.
Chelsea is second.
Nice.
So I'm trying. Nice. I'm thinking Isaac. I've not seen Isaac play. Well, you know what? I'll give it to, because Champions League, when Champions League starts, definitely Arsenal has the better. You know what? I think I might give it to Liverpool. Liverpool to win the league, Chelsea to come second, and that's going to be a close second. It's not even going to be like a fast 10-pointer. That's going to be a close second. And the only reason why Chelsea will lose the league is if like we start getting injuries, like you say injury to João Pedro, an injury to Cole Palmer, or for a long period of time, then Dama, even that, because we have a lot of firepower. There's one thing people don't even know about us. They have a lot of firepower in the bench, but those firepower are inactive because they are all injury prone. If by some grace of God, we are able to activate the Fofonas, the Badiashiles, and those guys to come up like and put on the same performance as the Tosins and Cowell, then we might be able
That's
to have.
true, sir.
Yeah, they have a lot. They have a lot of people.
Integrating Sterling back.
Sterling, no, he's not a Moresca type of player, and also Garnacho. I think Garnacho is a big boost. I think Garnacho is actually a very big boost on that left hand side because it will take a lot of the pressure off whoever is on the right, if it's Estava or if it's Pedro Neto, because we are not going to be only attacking you from one side. It's not going to be a one side. It's going to be a both-sided. So I'm putting Chelsea second. I'm putting Liverpool. I'm going with Liverpool just for now, but we'll still revise this as the season goes. And I'm putting.
No, talk your full mind, though.
Yeah. I dropped a cheeky punt on Chelsea winning the league, but that's a cheeky punt. But I can't hear you. I think your this thing has have you gone?
My mic, can you hear me now, right?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, my mic just went off.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I think yeah, I care nothing for your cheeky points. If it's not,
Yeah,
if
I
it's not
dropped a
written in
cheeky
stone,
one. A cheeky pot, and then
if it's
that's
not written, if it's not, if it's not written in stone, who am I to
yeah, and then City
to
for
care
fourth.
much for it?
I know I said
Arsenal and
City
Man
fourth
City, okay.
last season, and they managed to come third. But this time around, I think they even have more
Oh,
problems that they think they have.
City for fourth.
City for fourth.
Arsenal, Man City, okay. Okay, City for fourth, okay.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man City. Okay, okay. I think I maintain my steez. I think everybody's good. Okay, Chelsea
Yeah.
now.
So
Chelsea is moving up the ranks with every prediction.
yeah.
That's that's brilliant.
Well, you guys will start seeing what I'm seeing. Maybe by by February, March, then you start coming around to the fact that João Pedro
No problem.
is the best signing of the season. But we'll discuss about that in the next. But for now, thank
Okay.
you. And this has been a nice
Okay.
podcast where,
He's even
and I hope
better than Isak.
it's not better than Isaac. I say people will come around to seeing that he's he's a world class. Just like I say, he's a world class center attacker. He's not even just a center forward. He's an
No, you
attacker.
literally say that he's the best signing.
Signing. But well, Isaac. If you put Isaac,
But
yeah,
you literally just said he's the best signing
right,
of the season.
right. Isaac was a deadline day, so I didn't consider Isaac yet. But if you talk of the levels, I think he's the best signing compared to Isaac. So the jump from Brighton to like, and Isaac was also like one of the best. It's just like saying Haaland is the best side. Haaland is already established. I'm saying in terms of someone unknown, Isaac João Pedro is going to light the league up. And also, well, we'll get on to the transfer marketers in the next section, and then I think that we'll just do a video and then publish that. Right. Thanks everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share also to your friends, and yeah. It's bye from us at the Football Ticks.